Alright, messages out of the way. Everything is going pretty alright. Let's see. I did work on the audio a little bit. This should be a lot better balanced. At least we're looking at like a 40 to 50% louder boost on my mic compared to the music, so I'm gonna keep tweaking a little bit. I don't know too much about compressors yet. Compressing would fix most of the issues because some of these songs get pretty quiet. Some of them hit you pretty much immediately over the face. So yeah, we've had some weird stream issues the last couple times. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. I have a local recording just in case that can go up after, but yeah, ideally we don't have to deal with that. But yeah, we have a Grand Arena fight. My speed comparison is completely out of whack, unfortunately, due to light side territory battle remodding. But for the most part, I have a pretty solid mod speed lead. If we kick in, he's already done most of his attacking. Yeah, that's good, Brian. I was poking away at it. I feel like I just need to like look up the technicalities for how a compressor works in general, but I at least tried to get a balance that looked good. Yeah, he attacked like an hour or two ago, and he hasn't tried here. Like, just because they're still standing it doesn't mean like... It's weird. It's frustrating. I think he's waiting to see how I do first so that he can target remaining banners. He posted Padme and Grievous on defense. These two are the most I'm expecting to see for like challenging teams. This is pretty much his consistent plan across the board. There should be cheese in the rear. But you know, we have a very, very solid speed lead on the Darth Revan mirror. I am pretty much positive that he mirrored gas. His CLS is not that powerful, but his Sith Empire team across the board is extremely high relic. So we have the mechanical advantage in the mirror, but he has the stat advantage. I don't know what to expect. Enigar? Let's see. 2-star. That's progress. He's getting there. There's no 3PO on the Padme team this time, so we're gonna have a stronger nest. The potency levels did still line up, although we are going to have to bring Hermit Yoda, which means that we are fighting this GG8 team without Hermit Yoda, which is a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Yeah, this B2 has a very weird build. It's a fast B2. Unfortunately, well, I was gonna say I stole speed from Hermit Yoda, but Hermit Yoda might not even be present. We could do Nest with Watt down here, would be an option. I don't feel great about that though, because we're looking at a potential uncleansable stun from Padme, so we can't rely on that. Let's just stick with the plan that I had planned. She's still... I have her all gussied up for next time. She's in a much better place. So still a little bit on the edge of my seat for this matchup, or for this fight. It just feels like it could go south in a way that you don't normally like to see. But she's been working out a little bit. She's got some more 6 dots on her in all the right places, and next time should be fine. Let's do it. I know I've definitely seen her get chunked down into like 15-20% in a way that just feels extremely not great. You don't really like to see that. We could force GK into... No, let's just... Might as well. Don't get a time with this matchup. It doesn't... It's not really up to me, that's how I put it. Yeah, I kind of wish I had done this. So this locked protection up is kind of annoying for us. If I had used the Hermit Yoda assist call on pretty much anybody else, then we could have had GK taunting at the start. I don't think Zeta Barris is going to impact this matchup at all, and 3PO not being here means that we won't get offense down, but it also means we're going to counterattack more. So there will be times where when Ness gets to take her turn, Anakin might have his locked protection, which isn't ideal. Primarily it's if Anakin goes right after GK. You'll see, because GK will lose the taunt, Anakin will go, and then GK won't be taunting. But it also means that Anakin has to not have protection up to dispel. It's weird. It doesn't usually happen, but it can happen. Yeah, Prime Force. It's just the way this matchup goes is like, if it's an easy fight, then it'll usually be done in like 2 to 3 minutes, but so much of this is just letting these buffs rack up on everyone so that Ness starts stacking critical damage until she can start one-shotting fools. Ooh, that's some good damage from that Ahsoka. That's not great. This might be a bit dangerous. Let's see. Yep, there. Well, he didn't get locked protection there. I think that was the basic, technically. Yeah, it just looked like a counter. Three minutes left, still plenty of time. Really, the biggest danger here is going to be if Ahsoka gets to land a nuke special after a period where Anakin has locked protection, so we can't crit. I think if we have full protection, we can save. Fairly boring to watch, I know, but this is the best value you can get for countering Padme. Also, we're gonna get Nest faster speed next time. I really need to get another speed primary though. That's my biggest thing. I think we might edge out before Anakin here. Okay. Just still waiting. I think we might get a kill shot here. Alright, let's take it out of auto, do some retargeting. We'll focus on Padme next. Damage is starting to stack up a good amount. Alright, point at Padme, auto basic. Okay. I guess one consideration is that Zeta Barris would make the first kill shot a little bit harder to line up until Nest stacked up enough. Like, now that we're in this territory, we should just be able to punch through it anyway, but let's see. I'm not really getting much healing here for our Nest turn. Yeah, this will be a Nest kill. Alright, this should be wrapping it pretty shortly. I always wanted to try that. Clash always showed it as like nuking everyone, and that didn't really go that way. I feel like we should dunk on Barris. I don't think it matters at this point. I think we just killed him. Yeah. Alright, thank you for playing. Full health, full protection, still not great. Obviously we lose Kira and Herman Yoda. Pretty much guaranteed. It's not the best on banners, but it's the best on our roster. I didn't really show topside. Topside is not looking that threatening. He's got Watt here, but it's Watt with no tank. He'll have an uncleansable Nest, but we can just... I see him, we can just... she's... Okay. This might be a little bit hard to one-shot with Spy. We'll see, I guess. No Zeta on Hux either, which is a pretty big deal. If it was, then this might have been a very different matchup to tackle. Alright, I don't love this. What's up, Tywood? He held every counter every time. The fact that he stopped here makes me uncomfortable. I could flex in Shakti here over Hermit Yoda. We kind of get the same effect here. Plus Shakti is very fast. Shakti could get us a BBA kill pretty much immediately. But if I spend Shakti, then it makes a Dark Weapon counter a lot easier. This is gambling territory that I'm not a fan of. I guess the thing is, if he posted Darth Revan in rear, he's not clearing me. What's the counter to Nest kill? More potency? Absolutely potency. If that team has potency, so basically think of it this way. 3PO, if he's there, gives you 10% extra potency, and then Hermit Yoda is giving you 25% if he's present, but like Padme getting a kick to land the stun because that stun can't be cleansed, or Anakin landing heal immunity on you, either of those, even if the odds are slim, even if you have like 5% potency over the Nest, you're hitting her a bunch of times. The RNG, like, just by the basic nature of the matchup, you are going to get one of those to happen to you eventually, and when it does happen, it's very scary, right? Because with Kira Nest, you're critting Anakin. You're able to crit with basic because it dispels the protection. You're using that to bounce your health and protection all the way back to full from all the beating that you take. Without that, you're pretty much just hosed. So if you want to counter that and still post Padme on defense, absolutely you have to go potency. I think Old Ben should be fine here. Shakti would be so much more convenient though. This guy has run this defense plan like all 9 rounds. There were a couple of rounds where no one attacked him, so I couldn't see it, but like, based on his existing behavior, unless I freaked him out and forced him to change it, this should be a safe call. She can kind of stand in as a Hermit Yoda lookalike. I'm so paranoid right now. I think Old Ben might be interesting to bring. Let's play it safe. I want to get the full clear. I don't like gambles like that. Let's do it. Yeah, this is kind of what I was hoping for. So the Zeta Old Ben with all of the opening BB-8 salvo actually kind of helps us here. This might cause a lot of Terminator coin flipping though, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Alright, we did get an ability block on Grievous. That's pretty cool. I don't love JKR going here though. I'd love to mark Grievous first. Let's just take a B2. Also, not having Master's training is part of why this is uncomfortable. Pass with the self-cleanse. Grievous is forced to reveal. That, okay, this sucks. This blows. What is it? Weak Magna Guard. Alright, we are in the snowball phase. We are in the we are way too deadly and oh god, everything's on fire phase. I think we have to call this on Jolie just to get him healthy. That's the thing. You don't want to kill this team quickly. Please God, whatever you do, do not rush on killing. This is why you don't. If Old Ben dies, this is great. This is solid. I don't need that. This can be evaded, I'm pretty sure. Also, the next Grievous turn is going to kill BB-8, so we're all on a double timer. Matthew, I play on PC with keybinds. I know it's not the most pleasant thing, but as long as I'm not spending too long thinking, it shouldn't be too visible. Alright, we really don't want to kill this BB-8, right? This sucks. Alright, we just kind of have to bite the bullet here. There's the mark we needed. Still pretty unfortunate timing here. Let's put this heal on Old Ben. Don't want to use the splash, even though it would be great, but just... Yeah, this is gonna be ugly on banners. That Magna Guard dying was pretty unfortunate. I was actually really hoping that Magna Guard had a 6-dot crit avoidance arrow, so I was really counting on Grandmaster Yoda not one-shotting him there. That was actually really unlucky RNG. Matthew Kirk, for kind of the same thing I was just mentioning, I always prefer Jedi Knight Revan lead. Specifically because, so this B2 was built really weird. You don't see this that often. I don't think it's actually that bad of an idea for the fact that he runs GG8. There's a use case. There's a strategic argument for doing that. The thing that I got a bit blindsided by here is this. You've got, let's call it 53 crit avoidance from B1 with 35% crit avoidance arrow on Magna Guard. My Yoda had an extremely slim chance of critting him there. And because it's a weak Magna Guard and the fact that we killed B2 first, ideally, if you're not killing Grievous first, which is how I mostly do play now, you want to kill one person and then slow it down and then kill Grievous second. God, my Grandmaster Yoda is modded to be really strong. I can't actually show it right now because it's not loaded. Okay, we are fine. This looks pretty imp trooperable. We'll check the speeds. Fine there. This is a pretty respectable looking Night Sister team. Speeds aren't too crazy. But yeah, so I don't really fully explain it. Bastila lead doesn't give crit chance. JKR lead does. If you're facing a weaker Grievous team, then Bastila lead is probably safer. But the more you learn about the matchup, I really think that you need to go for a variety of reasons. But yeah, so I have my Grandmaster Yoda. I'll just show it real quick. It's easy to do. My Grandmaster Yoda, I mod for... Oh, he actually has it on. Perfect. This is what he looks like. We have 65% critical chance base, 42% from mods. It's a very heavy focus. Not actually that much offense focus, and not too much speed either. Pretty much just focusing on the crit chance. You get 40% from JKR lead, with Jolie, Bastila present, that gets you up to 40. And then Bastila, when he buffs him, gets you an extra 25%. So total, we're looking at about 130% chance to crit. Actually, I think we had... So normally I don't run that team with Old Ben lead, I run it with Herman Yoda. Obviously, I spent Herman Yoda on the Padme team, which is unfortunate. I think Herman Yoda is a huge part of why you're able to slow down in the Grievous team and get really good banners. You can just keep on calling Herman Yoda to assist. Everyone starts getting protection back. You don't really get that... Game? You don't really get that in a... your only real protection regen is from assisting with JKR lead, which you can still get some, but it's not nearly the same. Let's see. Yeah, we can just trooper this. Imp troopers aren't the greatest. I'm hoping the mod loadout worked correctly. I just kind of loaded the mod loadout and didn't actually check anything, which is irresponsible, but you just hope you can trust the system. This should be a pretty easy IG88 kill. This is partly why when I post bounty hunters, I don't post these two junk and I just put L3 in instead, is because it's mostly just there to try to cause any amount of disruption to stop this from happening. You don't like to see this. This is ugly. We didn't even get that many ranges, this didn't even matter. Nice and easy. God, why did the bot block pass? It's so... I'll take a look at the filter. I'm gonna have to approve stuff like that. I do think that I could make a system that's harder to see of keybinds. The only problem is the game's internal keybind system scales, so like if you do... Places of Power doesn't really have it. Like, if you do the Jedi Tier 2, where Grandmaster Yoda can get, like, up to 7 buttons, it will scale out in a logical way so that like basic attack will always still be the same button. But yeah, I know it's a little bit ugly. I do kind of wish CG had better support for it, but I don't think they really expect many people to play with mouse and keyboard in the first place. Let's see, we could, oh, feet time. I would like to rebel that. We could Padme it. On Chewie, Farm Boy, Old, we used Old. Lovely. Well, I still think it was the right choice. Strategically, if I was playing it like a real match, the fact that he didn't attack my Darth Revan yet signaled to me that he probably had Darth Revan hidden. So, I still think it was the right play. I screwed up the feat, but oh well. Let's... Padme does, I guess. No real reason not to, since we don't have a feat to worry about anymore. Let's hang on to 3PO, since we're here. Sure. I don't hate this. Let's see. Normally you could do a basic opener, but I did kind of like the idea of saving cooldowns a little bit. Alright, Plague is all gone. Also, let us bait Asajj's cooldown. I don't really like getting Retribution here, but I do just kind of want to slow the roll a bit. First kill. Ooh, Shakti going for the third a little bit. I don't like how our... I hate how this snowballs so quickly. We have Courage on Padme. That should be... Her base damage is low, but we have offense up. I think we should be able to take out Asajj here. Just barely. I think I saw a dodge, actually. I don't really want to give them another stack, but this is the closest we have to a dispel on this turn. Ahsoka with the Savage Assist. We'll get that Foresight off just to slow their roll. Man, this Spirit is not hitting hard at all. That feels really weird to me. Like, yeah, we got rid of the Foresight, but... Alright, if we can rack up just enough... I wasn't checking their protections before we got this protection. That would have been a good thing to do. Looks like Ahsoka might be close. We might be able to get her full banners here. Okay, beautiful protection. I don't hate that. If I can get a 50 to 59 on Padme, I feel pretty okay about it. Do we Geos this? Or not? Nessa's gonna have the self-dispel. So if we don't line this Geo kill shot up correctly, it's a bit uncomfortable. JTR also feels uncomfortable because Nest will take turns. Like, we can't stop her from going, so if we don't one-shot her, which, unless we bring Finn, I don't think is going to happen, that's a bit rough. We could... I want to speed check this. 276 on Dooku. We could try to, like, Palpatine this, but that AoE laser at the start is going to suck. Alright, I think... Here's the plan. We're going to do Geos. I think we can just stall a bunch on Jango's damage immunity and just try to set up a huge spy hit that way. There is a timeout risk here. Hold on. Why? Did he give it to the Gear 11 Newt? So the way that Watt AI has been like tested and always confirmed to work, I'm gonna have to clip this or send this around. Highest health and protection should always be the first turn to get it. This is bizarre. I'm kind of at a loss for words. You'd never see this. This makes it a lot easier for me. Like a lot. Let's just get burning off for the sake of time at risk. Nah, not in this case. We're just gonna beat the crap out of Django. Let's get the payout off of us. In fact, the longer that we can beat up on Django, the better it's gonna be for us. Let's call Spy for a double assist. Or are we technically getting stealth on Spy? I actually don't know. Because Spy technically can't crit Django, I don't think. Let's point Spy here one more time. That should be an extra stack. This should one-shot. Yes. Easy. That's actually kind of upsetting. I wonder if Watt's AI changed somehow. Like, I really was not expecting to see that. I was really expecting to point around Tank Pete's nest. That's kind of wild. Alright. I want to say we need to slow our roll, but I don't know that this team is capable. I think we get protection for using basic here, so this is probably the best bet. This is my grace period. Yeah, okay. Barely got it. Yep, Ducky, that's where I first started. Although a lot of his other songs are so good. I think that, I don't know if I have Golden Age in here. It's another one by him. If I don't, I could add it. Yeah, I still remember that trailer though. It was such a... If you're just new to that artist, it was like the perfect way to get introduced to him. They're like made for each other. Let's add this in. See, the problem with Golden Age is people were complaining about slower music. I think I had it in and then took it out. I'll add it to the other playlist for slower streams. Ray versus First Order time. Just paranoidly checking that he does not have the Zeta. Maybe he's not going to screw me over. Otherwise, this should be pretty much brain dead. We already have the undersized feat done. Kinda just call it being lazy. We're not in the running for a top leaderboard this season, so why not? Okay, Ray did not coin flip earlier, that's perfect. We'll give her the protection, or the translation. Let's call 3PO here. Let's swap back to her. Let's get rid of everything that you know and love. Let's put some alphas down here. Let's call 3PO here. Let's steamroll their team. We really just need Ray to put the next heal block on her. This AoE should kill both of them. Yeah. Easy does it. Yeah, we didn't lose protection. They never played once. Yeah. It's about what you expect to see from crew on defense. The superior faction. Unless Hux has Terminator Prevention Zeta, and then it's the worst matchup ever. I've done it once. I actually won it, but god. When you BB-8 Wiggle and then JCR doesn't go immediately in next, it's just like, you just get that sense of like, immediately like, oh, I'm in danger. Oh, this is bad. Are there really any feats that we can worry about? I don't think so. Screw the pooch on that one. Alright. Alright, we do need some Han kills. There's so much time left on this, though, that just by virtue of using CLS, we will get there. Kind of unavoidably. I think this should be fine. I don't see why not. I kind of want to use Watt. I kind of want to use Watt. Sorry, Vander. Watt's just too good. Alright, this is gonna force a Chewbacca taunt. Alright, Zalbar. I'm sorry, I'm not racist against Wookiees. I don't think this matters. But put this on Chewie just for the chunk of protection region. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get to play the video game at all. Her first turn isn't damaging, which is why I didn't go for the stun on her. It might technically be better protection. No, I don't think this doesn't. Just play. Yeah, you're gonna yell at us. Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Oh, she counters. She is still not gonna take any protection. I actually kind of forgot that Juhani could counter. Normally she spends most of her time sitting around and dying. Alright, for the worst part of my stream, how many ship banners can we lose? I'm still kind of addicted to running 5's opener just on the off chance that someone lands, like that AoE ever lands target lock. It never does. Like, I don't know why I'd run this opening fleet anymore. It never does what you want it to. I'm gonna try Spy. This is kind of a bad idea, but if we can land Taunt on Millennium Falcon, that would be kind of... It's a cutesy idea. I don't know if he cleanses himself. Do we? Wait, where is one? Oh, it's on defense. If we taunt Falcon... I kind of want to check this first. Another Rebel ally. Okay, so the taunt is fair game. This is perfect. I'm gonna try this. As long as we can kill something with the AoE first turn, or follow up right after it. I don't like speeding Hera up in case we get ability blocked. It just doesn't feel great. Although, yeah, 5's opener just makes everything about this so clunky. This Falcon looks really weak, by the way. Oh, his Han is like gear 12, or his Han is like relic 3, and his Chewie is gear 12. That's probably why. Alright, we did get 2 target lock. There go our ship banners. Love it. I kind of want to just... Plo Koon might be better. We get a guaranteed taunt on Falcon if we do Spy. But... yeah, Plo's better. Here comes Phantom to one-shot Plo. Thank you very much. Actually, maybe full pressure, full protection, but we did just lose a ship. Maybe Spy would have been better for banners. It's a very awkward consideration. I think just by virtue of having more initial damage, maybe. Huh. Still really bad at fleet banners. My team is pretty min-spec. Oh god, wait. Okay, so I pre-calculated his banners. If he 60s both of these teams, which I will say is like extremely So his Darth Revan is slower than my Malik and Darth Revan, which are 338 Malik, 337 Darth Revan, and I think he has to mirror. Unless he does like JKR, JKA? No, he posted JKA on defense. Yeah, so he has to mirror, so I'm pretty sure this is a guaranteed win. I don't think it's possible for him to recover. But yeah, technically speaking, if he clears this and does 60 banners each, we're going to tie. I think he might have a GP lead. Oh, he's like right on the brink, yeah. Okay. If he can manage it, which I don't think he can, but if he can, then he will win, but otherwise, I think it's pretty safe to say he's not going to get 60 banners in DR Mirror. I will call that a win in my favor. Yeah, JTR versus Zeta Hux is... I did that. That was like just as bad as when I tried to do Revan with Anakin instead of Grandmaster Yoda against Padme, and like just the entire time, if the AI just decided to hit Jolie with a Courage Bomb once, it was pretty much game over. Just... You're along for the ride, but you're definitely not in control. You're just sitting there watching the AI make their moves. Yeah, I don't know if and or when they're gonna try this, or maybe they just gave up, but I will declare that a win for now, because I don't think he's gonna 60 both of these. 1925, not my best score. Got 1935 plus like 4 times this season, but I'll take it. I do kind of need to... If I can get Nest to be independent of Hermit Yoda, that's the dream. Although I don't have Clash's level of tenacity hoarding. We're about to get another 6 dot. We have... Oh, I think this got replaced. Yeah, this was sitting on Bosk. This was actually meant to be a bad mod, but I gave it to Bosk just for the purpose of... Oh, wait, we can make Bosk weaker with 4 dot mods. I didn't even think about that for the guide video. We totally could have nerfed him that way. Like a 4 dot health? I don't even know if I have any of those. I have 1. It's not the best set for him either, but it could have worked. Yeah. This is the brand new shiny Nest toy. It's going to be a pretty fat difference to make. And then we only have one of these, unfortunately, and it's sitting on Chewy, which is like pretty much required. Chewy stole this from Nest. Need to try to find another one of those, but I think once we get that, Nest versus Padme will be like rock solid. If I can get this up to like 170... 170 is like a minimum for if they don't have 3PO. 175 to 180 would be the comfortable range. But if we can do that, we'll bring the score on that counter way back up. 56 is not ideal, and sometimes it's 55 if we can't get full protection on Nest by the end. But yeah, that was actually really fast. That was 40 minutes. Alright, call it a stream. I don't know how y'all are doing with the virus outbreak. Our city's going into lockdown in like 4 hours, I think. So, interesting times. Just trying to get what I can now before things go crazy. But yeah, hope you have a comfortable rest of your night, and peace out. Yeah, Fatal did. I wouldn't advocate for that, and also because it's a 5 dot health, like the difference is extremely minimal. No, just end of the stream technically, but like, why are these sitting on Luminara? I haven't looked at her in so long. Yeah, we could have like, or maybe even just unlevel the mods. Ooh, unleveling might have been the better call. If we just... I don't really have them unleveled anymore. That's the problem with my strategy, is unless I just missed it, like... What? Anything I haven't farmed yet, I've been slicing losing. That's trash. All these coming in from the mythics. Looking trashy. Not much better. I don't even know if I want to hit this, honestly. I don't have a use case for this currently. This is kind of weird, interesting. Speed present, I'll just hit it to 9. Speed hit. Okay. I respect it. I could kind of getting some Malik vibes here. I would prefer tenacity down here instead of crit chance. Maybe percent defense over 8 defense. Yeah. It's not bad. I'm not gonna bother. Trash. Ooh. Of course. Nope. Yep. Nope. I just want to see it now. I would stop here normally, but I'm just along for the ride. Nope. Fly protection. Perfect. We're selling you. Ooh. I must have bought you for the mod store. This is technically a quadruple match. And everything is going to hit on fly protection here. Crit chance. That's... Flight offense, not the best. Flight offense, not the best. Weird. If this was a faster mod, you could potentially put it on like a Jedi Anakin. I'll still lock this. These are pretty high offense rolls. 40% offense. We're missing about 1% crit chance here and 1 less speed. But I've seen a lot worse. My potency collection is low. I will find a use case for this. Like, you can put that on mission pretty easily. God, I have so much listing to do. So much of this is just backlog for examples in the videos too, but like this. Pretty bad. Okay, high, medium. We can probably sell this. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. Peace out.